What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. So I've just got a little bit of an intro that I've just put on here. This is the 10th of November. We recorded the episode this morning. We then went to put it on YouTube and it all got flagged for like copyright and stuff. Just to let you know, we're disputing it. And basically, we're looking to try and get a fair use policy on using the little animated GIFs that we use in the video. So the video is coming up now and it will have some bits clipped out of it. So that those are the bits that we had to cut out, but we are disputing the copyright claims just because we are talking about it. We're not just showing you guys the game. So as always, guys, thanks for all your support. Like, subscribe, hype, all that stuff. Let us know what you think in the comments down below and enjoy the episode. See you later. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. We're here today to review the absolute drubbing of Bournemouth 4, Aston Villa 4, Bournemouth 0 at Villa Park on Saturday. Gary was fortunate enough to go to the game. I unfortunately didn't go to the game. I was looking after my son because my wife had gone to see 5 in Leeds on the Saturday. So, yes. Oh, sorry, it was Sunday. It was a Sunday the game was. I just said Saturday.
So you could have come, mate. Where's his dedication? He calls himself a Villa fan, puts his family first.
Anyway, first things first. So obviously we've still got our competition running for the signed football from last season. You've got the QR code just down here if you want to scan that. We've also got the link in the description. I will also pop a card up in the corner. £5 donation. All proceeds go to Acorns. Please do keep doing that. Gary, mate, 4-0.
4-0, mate.
What the fuck? Never saw that coming.
Buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing. Just what we needed going into the international break. You know, if 9 points from the 4 games of Spurs, City, Liverpool, and Bournemouth, mate, it's an impressive return. And like you just said there, I did not expect it. I thought this game was going to be a hell of a lot closer. I thought they were. I mean, to be fair, Bournemouth played the way I thought they were going to play. They kind of came at us. They tried to high press us, and they I think a little bit naively, Unai and Areola are very similar. Like, we play a certain way, and this is the way we're going to play. And they did it against Man City last week, where they started really well, and had a goal disallowed, but then they just didn't. It's like they didn't combat for the threat that Man City had, and it's just similar to what they didn't combat for our midfield and how we play in between the lines. And we were, don't get me wrong, the start of the game, they were unfortunate with that head injury. It looked awful, and I think Smith went off, and it was kind of. I think it changed. They didn't really find the rhythm. It took the game took 15 minutes to get going. Do you know what I mean? That's injury took a while to sort out, and then I have to say my plaudits and my man of the match goes to John McGinn, mate, because I seriously thought he got us going. Because the game started so, but he literally
in a game like this, I can't believe how much we were pressing in the midfield. Like, we don't tend to be. I mean, we do press, but like I feel like it gets bypassed quite easily. Whereas our press was so good in the centre of midfield, and John McGinn, mate, if he's made for that.
Yeah, but it just worked because he got the ball moving quick. I know I bang on about this, mate, but the tempo of our play yesterday, and because of the way Bournemouth play, it allows us to play through the lines. But we did it really well. Like we held on to the ball. So if it went through to McGinn, if it went through to Rodgers, if it went through to Buendía, we just managed to create something. And I'm amazed we didn't score more goals, if I'm honest. But yeah, it was seriously impressive performance all over the park. I thought, strangely enough, I thought Konza had a poor game for him because he was almost like trying to overplay the ball and trying to hold on to it a bit too much and kind of nearly gave it away a couple of times, got a couple of lucky free kicks. But we'll let that one off because he's absolute Rolls Royce, mate. And but he can have enough game and he can afford to do that. I thought Torres was good overall defensively, but again, I think because we defended so well as a team, we got away with, because Bournemouth were playing balls in behind and Torres struggled on 3 of them for sure. Like, that is his weakness. You turn him around back towards his own goal and my God, he struggles. He's just got no pace. And like I say, we defended it well overall and they didn't capitalise on it, but it's something that we have to be really conscious of, because I think, again, those coming up to this December month of all these tough games we've got, Chelsea, Man United, Arsenal will definitely try and exploit that, mate, if he's playing, which we obviously will because Mings is injured. So, but apart from that, they were brilliant. They were absolutely brilliant, mate. Like, it was just a pleasure to watch. I really enjoyed the game. Like, I came away from it like absolutely buzzing. Remembrance Sunday, it was a beautiful tribute to the fallen soldiers. Lest we forget, like, it was a beautiful mosaic of puppies, which was done by the 1874 fan group, apparently. So that
really?
that was
Nice.
first time apparently that they've let a fan run thing do that thing, and they didn't disappoint. It was beautiful, really nice. It kind of I've come away buzzing, mate. Absolutely buzzing.
Fantastic. I feel like I should never go to a game because I feel like whenever I don't go, we seem to have some wonderful performances.
Your brother did say he's missed all the good ones, mate.
Yeah, I know. So just a few things first. So we will be going over our GIFs in a sec. So your nice moving images. So do stay around for that. And also, Gary, got a little bit of trivia for you, which I'll give the answer at the end for you.
Okay.
See if you can answer. When was the last time Villa won 4-0?
4-0.
Don't give me your answer now. Obviously, anyone else, pop your answers in the comments. Obviously, I was used ChatGPT a little bit here, so I'm hoping it's accurate. But I did do a little bit of digging. I couldn't find another one. But the last time Villa won 4-0, and we will give you the answer at the end. Please let us know in the comments.
Mate, I'm just going to be looking up at the sky, thinking about it now for the rest of the show.
If you do have an answer, then just hold it for the end.
I'm trying to think. No. You've asked me to do two things at once: talk and think. I can't do that, mate.
I can't do it. But just quickly on the man of the match, you were talking about John McGinn. Do you know who Sky gave the man of the match?
Oh, mate, go on. We could talk about it.
Sorry, who was watching the game? Like the commentator sitting there going, gave it to Ollie Watkins. Said he was brilliant running off the ball. I was just like,
it was Andy Reid. And look, okay, let's applaud where it's due. Ollie did work hard yesterday. He did. He did a lot of running. There was a couple of times, and even in the second half where he tracked back 70 yards to fill in for at centre back. Like he did work hard. But that's what you got to expect, right? That's a bare minimum for players to turn up and work. Everybody worked hard yesterday. It's what made us able to play the way we played. But man of the match, I'm sorry, I just didn't see it. Like
fair enough if
his confidence looks in the toilet, mate. He's so hesitant in his play. Like I can give you 3 examples yesterday where he had the ball. One was on the edge of the area on the left-hand side, and he brought the ball down okay, and then he was on his own, right? And he didn't make a decision. No, and he went to go and pass it, I think, back to Dino, and he just ended up kicking it against the Bournemouth player, and he didn't make the decision. He's like he didn't know what to do. Then the second one was he was 1v1 against their defender, and instead of just knocking the ball past him and getting a shot away, like he hesitated, then did it, and the defender just ushered him to the left-hand side, and he ended up recycling the ball, but nothing came of it. And the third one, right, there's 4 actually. So the third one with Buendía, right, running his nuts off, wins the ball high up the pitch, tries to play Watkins in because he's free, and the defender blocks it. Then wins the ball back again and gets, I think it's a corner, and apologises to Watkins. Watkins is having a go at him, right? And I'm like, you cheeky fucking prick. This guy, Buendía, has just absolutely bust his nuts to kind of win the ball back, and you're having a go at him. And then the fourth one was he had a go at Rodgers. Rodgers got the ball. Ollie points to where he wants it. Rodgers plays him first time, but he hesitates to run and doesn't get the ball, and then turns to Rodgers and goes, "What are you doing?" And Rodgers looks at him and just to say, "What the fuck you want to play? I'll give you the ball where you asked for it." Like, and I don't, I feel for him, but it has to be better. 5 goals in 32 games, mate. No assists in 16 matches. Like he's not.
And to have a game where you win 4-0 and he didn't get an assist or anything is just like, and that's why I'm like, fair enough. Like man of the match, if you're running the channels, working hard, you get an assist or 2.
Yeah.
Or
having chances, like the keeper's making saves from shots. Did he have a shot?
Yeah, anything. Yeah, no.
Right.
No.
But he did. you know, he made a great run for Barkley's goal and to win the corner, right? So, okay, look, he does offer running. I'll give you that, right? But he's our main striker.
Yeah,
mate, our goal difference has suffered for the last 2 seasons. Like, I just think we need something different. Like, I love what he's done, right? But I think it's time for an upgrade. He can go away as in the history books as our all-time Premier League goal scorer, right? But it's time to pass the baton down because I feel like his body language is all off for me. And the fifth thing that really pushed me over the edge was, you know, Chris, who sits in front of us, if you're watching Chris Hyde, well, as we were coming out the stadium, he was like, did you notice that Ollie wasn't on the pitch celebrating? Like, you know, and it was brilliant because when Onana was doing his fist bumps, like most of the team around him and Rodgers was getting involved, and it was like, yeah. And like, where's Ollie? Like, it's just.
That's not great, that is it? Because he didn't really. Yeah, I think everyone always makes a big deal about him like not celebrating goals, and I think we know he doesn't. Like, he didn't really. Kind of went over for Buendia's goal and just kind of like tapped his head. You know, I think players do that for a bit of superstition. Good luck, rub off on me, kind of thing. And then Dino was talking to him about something. But it's just, mate,
it's one thing not celebrating goals.
We've banged on about this for a little while, and obviously people in the comments saying, you know, Ollie does this, and that. I'm like, yeah, but he's not even doing the things he used to now. And like I said,
mate, there's no hiding now. You're polishing a turd there. It almost feels like the man of the match was a sympathy vote for him, like rather than because. And what does made about that is there are at least 6 other players that could have had man of the match. I gave it to McGinn, but it could have been Buendia, Martinez, Onana, Kamara. It could have been Dina.
Tell what, he even had an all right game. Now, you might could bite off my head here a little bit. I actually thought Torres was pretty good.
No, mate. As I just said, like when the ball's in front of him, right, and he's defending and he's ball back, he's brilliant. But once you turn him towards his own goal, and it happened 4 times, we nearly got caught out. And if we'd have conceded, it'd have been a different game. We got lucky yesterday, and it didn't happen. I just worry about that turn. He hasn't got that turn of pace, and the Premier League's fast. Like, you've got some quick people running at you. And at the moment, what we're doing, those 2 pivots, whoever plays, Onana, Kamara, you know, whoever it is, McGinn, or whoever fits in, a defending like absolute fucking Trojan horses, mate. They're covering, and that. But you'll better teams will pick you off first time. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we've got. It's just again me being hypercritical, going actually he had a really good game. I agree with that, but we've got to be careful of that. You know, and that's these are all nitpicking because overall, mate, I thought as a squad, it was probably our best performance of the season. I thought we were outstanding.
I thought it was fantastic. Right, onto the gifts. So
this one, mate,
Cash's chance. It's a lovely ball from Kamara.
Mate, what is the goalkeeper doing? What is the goalkeeper doing?
I don't know, but all you can hear is on the when I was watching on TV, all you can hear is the entire fans. Everyone just going, shoot, like get it over. And then,
mate, Bournemouth were complaining about something about this. As he took that chance, they were complaining about something. I don't know what it was. It was something was happening, and they were going, and the referee was speaking to somebody after it. Like they were moaning about that chance. I don't know. I can't remember what happened, and I need to watch Match of the Day and see if they put it on. But there was something that happened up here, and because it was almost like we should have stopped playing. You see the referee look back there as at the start of that frame. Like so, I don't know what it was, but it was a great opportunity to go 1-0. He should have just lofted it over him. He kind of hits it too hard. He tried. Do you know what I mean? Just needed to loft it over. But
yeah, I know.
But Cash again, mate, getting into decent positions. This is a thing of beauty, mate. Absolute thing of beauty.
Absolute knuckled it. Just and the ball it doesn't really spin.
No.
It just kind of goes like this through the air. It's like
it's top spin, isn't it?
Those old click, those old flash games where you used to play, and you used to have to go like this, and you have to move the ball through the air into the goal. It was like that. It was just like going like this. It's like, what's going on?
I cannot tell you how difficult that is from that distance, 20 yards, to get the ball up and down like that. You have to hit it perfectly with topspin, and it's a difficult skill.
You see him run. The second he's hit it, he's like, You see him run up, like literally just jogs. He's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That'll do.
doesn't even really look at it. He's just like, yeah.
Mate, this guy has been an absolute revelation. It's like I'm so impressed. He's impressed me like I just didn't think he could. Like when he went to Leverkusen on loan, I thought that was it, game over, mate. And when they didn't, initiate their obligation to buy, or there was option to buy. Sorry, not obligation. Wrong word. I didn't see a place for him in our squad. No. And because I didn't genuinely think he was good enough. I thought he was too weak on the ball. He gave the ball away too much.
Even when he played well in pre-season, because he did this before, and I was just like, he's playing in pre-season. He's putting him in the shop window.
Yeah,
looking good. Blah blah blah. But then no one came in for him. Then we were giving him some minutes.
The Leeds were rumoured, right? There was rumours around.
Yeah, there was Leeds. Leeds was there for a while. But then, he came in. I can't remember. He was getting minutes because Tielemans got injured, and then we were playing him. He was playing all right.
Yeah.
And then he managed to get more and more minutes. And now I'm he's like the first player on the team sheet.
Mate, I honestly, watching him yesterday, I hope he's not. He went out off injured again, right? So I'm just hopefully it's nothing too. It's just a niggle, but work rate, on the ball, movement of the ball, how quickly he moves the ball, it's something that I didn't see him hitting the levels. But this is what I'm talking about when you look at the start of the season.
He won that free kick as well. It was a great ball over from I think it was Cash. I think it was Cash played a massive ball, and he just got. But it was a terrible foul. Yeah. He
could have been a red card.
He is lightweight though, right? That's the one thing we would always say.
But mate, I would say he's been a little bit stronger in the last few games. He hasn't been as easily. He's still got that to work on. But the thing is, he's doing what he should do in that position. He's influencing games. He's making a difference. He's scoring goals. He's moving play. He's working hard. He's tracking back. He's doing stuff that I haven't seen him do well. He's hit levels, and there are levels to it. This is what I talk about with Watkins as well. When you compare him to Buendía and Rodgers, Rodgers had a really poor start to the season. I went in on Rodgers. I did, I was on score 14 minutes, slagging him off, going, he's not good enough. Right? And
sell him, get rid
of him, take the 80 million and do it now. But look, football changes quickly, and what you do, it's all about application, right? And Rodgers in the last 4 or 5 games is getting back to what he used to. He was great yesterday as well. I thought he played really well yesterday. Could have had a goal. Buendía's doing the same. It's can you match the levels? This is what's required. The work rate's required. The seeing the game develop in front of you, making those passes accurately. Because with Buendía, often he'd make those forward passes to no one or give the ball away. He's been better at that, and he's taking chances and creating chances.
This is his first season. I mean, obviously we're only early in the season, but this is his first season with Emery. If I remember rightly, because I think his first season he was injured, and then he came back, and then he had a really good preseason. Yeah, and then all that stuff, and then he got so he got injured with a really good preseason, and then he went on loan and stuff. So this is the first time that he's actually been able to work with Emery, have that kind of that working on his game, and we've seen what Emery does to players, and he just unlocks this kind of thing.
And it kind of makes sense with the form that he's in, that we're not using Elliott, right? That's got to be the reason, because I don't think Emery.
I think we're not using Elliott just because I just don't think. I think.
But if we didn't,
when Buendía doesn't play, who's he use instead when Buendía doesn't play? Because Buendía doesn't play every game.
No, but what I'm saying is it feels to me that Harvey Elliott was a last minute kind of Monchi decision that we deadline day transfer thing, and actually the form of Buendía is one of the, not the only factor, but one of the factors as to why you're not using Elliott, right? Because Elliott could play in that position, but you go, actually, I've got a player here that's been here for 4 or 5 years that is committed to the club, wants to be here, is working hard.
Isn't going to have 35 million to trigger.
Yeah, exactly. And if we don't trigger that for Harvey, maybe we can use that money in January to actually buy someone that he wants. So, January is going to be really interesting for us, because I think it's going to have to be a shrewd bit of business, but we need an upgrade on Ollie. I think that's got to be the focus, because unfortunately, look, my hope is that Ollie just turns it on and starts banging them in, right? I want to support him. I think the crowd are behind him. The players are behind him.
Everyone wants him to do it. They're just that's why I said it's so frustrating, because we want him to do it. We know he can do it. It's just and even I think one of the guys on our last video said he's a streaky player. And I was like, I'm waiting for the streak this season. I'm waiting for the streak in the last 30 games. Where's this streak?
I just think that stat, 5 goals in 32 games for a Premier League striker. It's not good, is it?
Davis level, that, isn't it?
Keenan
not
Davis,
great.
fucking hell. He's only scored one.
Keenan Davis, yeah. Right, back onto the gifts. So,
so this is what I'm talking about.
Wonderful ball from John McGinn. What a ball. But what
is mate? Just put it in the back of the net. Like, I mean, Ollie would have probably missed
Why
that
is
anyway,
he
mate.
heading it there? Why is he not just hitting it at the goal? Like, literally, the more you see it, the less it makes sense. It's like, even heading it back to Ollie there, he's got 3 defenders round him.
Yeah.
And it's like, what?
It's a free header on goal, mate. I don't know. Look.
Why?
The players are obviously wanting to support him and gift him a goal, right? Because confidence is key. And if he knocks that in, who knows? But yeah, I mean, wrong choice. Mate, he's headed, like you say, he's headed it back towards 3 defenders. If he just headers it to the near post, look, head it to the near post, head it to the near post. It's a goal. Like, it's a goal. It's so easy. Oh, dear,
it's ridiculous. But then, luckily, not long after this happens, mate. Lovely
from Rodgers. Mate, see ya.
What a hit that is.
Mate, what I don't understand, Rodgers hasn't got an assist for that because apparently it comes off the Bournemouth player leg here. You know, see, Bournemouth puts a player, apparently it touched his legs. I don't know. I haven't watched it back properly enough to see it, but I was waiting for Sky on the stats to say assist from Morgan Rodgers, and he wasn't there last night at 11
I
o'clock.
assume if I look here, I think he was playing it to Buendia.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It goes to Onana. It's still an assist.
Yeah, no, but I'm guessing. I don't know how it works with assists. Is it like if it deflects off someone, then it's not your assist?
Oh, I don't. Yeah, something like I don't know, mate. But it wasn't done. But it's a shame because it was fantastic work. But mate, I genuinely thought that Onana strike had got a deflection, like in the way it went, but it just
unreal,
fucking unbelievable.
And you know what's nice? You know what, right? You know what's nice? We've started shooting. These last like, what is it? 4 or 5.
Nice. We're doing the thing that makes us win football matches.
Sorry. We've started shooting from range. These last 4 or 5 games, we've scored some absolute belters. Like you got to think about Cash's goals. You got to think about Onana's goal, McGinn. Like all of them are hitting from edge or around outside the box. We've spoke for so long about how we don't shoot because Emery doesn't like us shooting. And all of a sudden, goals are popping up or deflections. Like the last goal was a deflection, wasn't it, from the edge? And it's like these things can happen. Whereas before, we couldn't make that happen because you just didn't. We were trying to walk it in.
Well, mate, I don't mean to bang on about it, but like the tempo of what we play is important, right? And when we have to play against a low block and it's so slow, that's annoying because the only way you beat a low block is by playing fast-paced football because you have to move people out of the way quickly. But when you get the opportunity to do it against teams like Bournemouth who allow you to play, look how effective it is. But we could have easily not played. We could have played with a slower tempo, but we didn't. We moved the ball between the lines quickly, and it meant they couldn't settle. And we had chance after chance. It could have been 6, 7, 8-0 yesterday. Like it was relentless. And I just thought it was relentless up until about the 55th minute. And Bournemouth, to be fair to them, second half came out and had a right go at us. And they pinned us back for like 15, 20 minutes. And they could have easily. There
was key moment. I mean, we'll get onto that, but there was key moments where Martinez kept us in the game. Because either of those 2 chances goes in, and it's like, it's backs to the wall and it gets a little bit nervy and all that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, those 2 saves were at 2-0. And if one of those goes in 2-1 for the last half an hour is very, very different game.
This is the first one, mate.
What's going on with that midfield, mate?
Look, this is crazy. Like literally running around like crazed chickens. This is what you see when you go to like the park. You see people playing Wembley
all day long. Honestly, the save is absolutely magnificent. I generally thought as it loops up, mate. I looked at him and he'd taken a step forward. I thought, shit, it's in, and then he just does that. Mate, brilliant.
I really hope none of this gets cut, by the way. I usually do a caveat before around the gift that we may have to cut this and some of the video will be a bit weird. I'm hoping it doesn't.
We've got away with the last couple of times. Please, let us use it.
Just on, I'm going through these chronologically. So
you can't
it's a natural thing to do. He's not done it to block it or anything.
If he was facing the player and his arm comes up like that, it's a penalty all day long. I think that's really harsh. But by the letter of the law, they say it's a penalty. But justice was done, mate. Justice was done.
What a save!
Look at this.
Talk about that strong hand. Like that is unbelievable what he's done there. One hand,
push it away. Yeah, it's unbelievable, mate. Because like you say, I think it's a well-struck penalty, isn't it? It's not in the corner, but it's a well-struck penalty. And, yeah.
And if that goes in, what's that, 65 minutes?
65 minutes that was. 2-1.
If that goes in, that's a worrying...
And like I say, they were in the ascendancy at that point, mate. They were pinning us back. They were having lots of corners, and I thought, crap, we're just struggling to get out a little bit here. And then it just changed the dynamic of the game, because then we got the other end with a set piece and score a really good goal. I thought Barkley, when he came on, was superb. It's a great header. Great delivery.
With the quality of the GIF, I can't really see the ball, but anyone who's seen it, if you've seen the highlights, I mean, it's a wonderful crossing.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think when Barkley came on, I've been really, really impressed with Barkley when he's come on this season. I just think he looks sharp, he looks strong, he looks fast, he's playing good balls, he's playing really advanced, he's really direct.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's wonderful to have these players that were kind of either forgotten or they were out of the mix, and then they're coming back in. It's just like, we didn't need those new signings.
Well,
I think these guys look great.
I think that I put this in my analysis report yesterday, that actually, big shout out to all of our midfield. Everybody that played yesterday that came on absolutely did a job. It was like, it didn't weaken us. Like Barkley came on, Tielemans came on. Like, you go, shit, we've got some depth in our midfield. Like, we really have. And
didn't even start Tielemans, mate. He scored 4 goals.
Yeah.
What the
I
hell?
he's coming back, but mate, he'll be a great addition to the squad. And it's a
real
real headache.
Who does he come in for?
Well, look, the debate is, it's quite simple. I still think fully fit, the best 2 players we've got in that pivot position is Tielemans and Kamara. You lose Onana, right, which is difficult because he's been so good, right? He needs to keep himself fit and fight for his place. Now, Emery probably won't do that straight away. I think he'll probably bed what he did yesterday. Like, he brought Tielemans on 60 minutes or so just after, and do it that way. And then it's down to Tielemans to earn his place back. But, his cameo on Thursday was great. I mean, he wasn't brilliant when he came on yesterday. He gave the ball away a couple of times, but it's just he is going to be instrumental to the way we play, because he's the only player really that, when it is tight and teams, and we don't get that freedom that we had yesterday in the middle of the park, that can pick that pass and can move the ball. Like, he did it so well against Tel Aviv when they're playing that low block. Just the calmness to move the ball in between those lines and keep possession when you should and move it when you should. He's the best at it, mate. And I didn't realise how much we'd missed him until I saw the highlights of Thursday.
I saw a comment I thought was which I thought was a bit interesting. It was on I think it was on X, actually, Twitter. And
the cesspool that is X.
Yeah, someone had said that actually our best midfield, they said our future and best midfield is, which does make sense because their age, was Tielemans and Onana. And I was like, and they said Kamara's backup. And I was like, Kamara is not backup. Everyone was literally like, what have you been smoking? But the question I would probably have is, okay, yeah, Onana's backup maybe to Tielemans from what we were just saying there. How long does Onana wait though and stay as that? Well, I suppose his biggest issue is his fitness, right? He's made of glass.
Mate, like until he has to put in a streak of at least 20 games now without injury, like playing in some part of it, because as I love him, I think his character's brilliant for the dressing room. He's absolutely put in 3 solid performances in the last 4 games, and deserves to be in the squad at the moment, right? 100%. But he's still been in the treatment room more than he's been on the pitch, and so. Like, he needs a run of games to prove that he can stay fit, because for a £50 million player,
he's only 24. Tielemans is 28. So obviously he turns 29 next year. So you gotta be sitting there going, okay, well, in the next 2 years, probably he's going to be getting his chance to come through as our starting midfielder. And then you got Kamara's young, man. I forget how young Kamara is. He's so good. So he's 25.
Mate, he's like, honestly,
it was a free transfer for fuck. Like, honestly, did you see?
Stevie G, thank you for that. You've got to keep Kamara at all costs. The guy is an absolute world
we have to get
Rolls Royce for me.
We have to be getting that Champions League though to keep him, because otherwise someone is going to come in.
Yeah,
someone big has to come in.
I think that's. I mean, this is why it's a big season for us. Whether we be league position or the Europa League, the Champions League will determine those players staying or going. They absolutely will. Like the likes of Konsa, Rodgers, and Kamara, and you go and even Tielemans to a certain degree, because he should be playing Champions League football. He's good enough, and so and for them, like I say, with Tielemans 28, it's probably last big payday if we don't. And I wouldn't begrudge any of them going to play Champions League football at all, because they've been servants. Kamara's been outstanding, and even he's missed chunks of the season last year and whatnot. If we can keep him, we've got to build. We can't be the club that sells its best players. So it's all about progression now, right? Getting that Champions League and keeping those players, and then build on top of that to get the likes of your Rashfords and Asensios to come and have that real quality in the team. Do you know what I mean?
The thing now is what value do you put on them players? Like, I'm amazed. Like, I haven't heard anything about Kamara going or anything for like last couple of seasons. He's arguably, like we said, he's arguably been one of, if not our best player. But other than those little injuries that he's had, that's kind of like caused him to have a little bit of a stop-start season. But he's absolutely incredible. He's 25 years old, French international, plays like almost every game for us. He's integral to how we play.
Yeah.
And how much would, like, I just think about that midfield, those three players you just said, Tielemans, Onana, and Kamara. I'm sitting there going, I wouldn't sell any of them for less than, Onana's probably the only one that's like, mate, but the other two, I wouldn't sell it for less than 100 mil.
Yeah. For what they bring to our team. As fans, we see that because we watch them week in, week out. There'll be people watch this and go, talking about, but it is ultimately those, if you think about it, those two in perspective, and Onana is pushing that, right? They are integral to the way we play. And it wasn't, if you look at when Kamara doesn't play in our squad, we notice it's noticeable, isn't it, when he doesn't play? I didn't notice so much with Tielemans because we've kind of just adapted, but until I saw him on Thursday, I thought, fucking hell, I forgot what he does, almost because he's been out for so long. And you go, shit, we've absolutely missed that. We missed that at the start of the season. It's something we haven't had, and to get the ball moving. And it wasn't until McGinn thought, fuck it, I've got to do it myself. He was the only one that kind of stepped up to the plate, really. But he's not that kind of player. And so Tielemans is absolutely crucial for our success this season, as is Konsa at the back. It's kind of, you think the spine of our team now, the only thing we're missing really is a striker. We've got a really good squad. We're missing someone who, he doesn't have to be, he just has to be better than Ollie. He has to kind of be consistent and kind of.
Well, he has to be different to Ollie. He has to give
me Mateta from Palace. Give me Mateta from Palace, please.
Oh God, no, there's no. I mean, I would love that, but I can't see that ever.
Come on,
I can't imagine what
in his last year of his contract, mate. I'd be putting cheeky bids in January. Go, come on, Mateta.
Yeah, interesting.
Right? I'd get Kamara on the old blower, right? The French connection. Come on. Hey, Mateta. Speaking
of values, I saw on X as well. It's on Talk Sport, and they were saying apparently Inter are interested in Konsa, and did you see it? Did you see this? Yeah. And it said like apparently they value him at about 35 million euros because we paid 8 million or whatever for him 5 years ago or 6 years ago.
That wouldn't buy his left nut. 35 million quid.
Yeah, because that's how you value players. What? Like, yeah, I think some of the comments were like, yeah, so mate, look, Kamara's worth a pineapple because we got him on a free. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So stupid.
Look, Konsa's going to go and play in the World Cup, mate. After the World Cup, he'll be worth 100 million. It's as simple as that. As he's brilliant. He's absolutely, he's another one. There are levels to it, and it's about maintaining the levels. That's the key in the Premier League, right? It's about doing it year in, year out. And most players drop off, but Konsa's just got better and better in the last 3 or 4 seasons. Rodgers is getting better and better. He's had, but you can see there's a player there that you can see what's developing. Kamara, constant improvement. Tielemans, constant improvement from where Tielemans has been around forever. It feels like I can't believe he's only 28. Like he's in that Leicester team, and
he's not 29 till May as well. So he's got like
so like you kind of, these are players that show consistency, and I think that is the valuation that you're basing it on, is that they turn up season after season and perform, and are actually, like you say, they're key components in a team. Without them, when you take them out of the team, the significant difference. Do you know what I mean? It changes the way you play. So you can't put a price on that. They're almost priceless, aren't they? Because without those players, you don't get the success.
It's not the same, is it? It's just that you lose the identity of your team.
Also, by the way, just going back to it, if Mateta does come, right, we're definitely going to see a lot more of Sarah at Villa Park. she's a big Mateta fan.
Absolutely loves that big man.
Yeah.
Right. So this was obviously mate. We haven't even gone on to all the goals yet. This is the fourth goal.
Forgot about this. He scored so many.
Lovely ball from Sancho. Personally, I think it's a great pass. Like threads it through the eye of a needle.
Yeah.
Mate, Tielemans hits it, and it just smack. Basically, if you actually look at that, right, look at Marlon. He's basically cowering away. Look, he's like. It's the way he runs away, as if he meant to do it. He just runs away like,
yeah. Like, he felt the touch. Mate, the funny thing about this is, right, we've got one striker who can't score, right, and another striker who tries not to score.
It goes in.
And he just, mate, if that had been Watkins, he'd have hit him on the heel and gone over the bar.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But he's not perfect. Because I'm just waiting for it to loop here. He's not.
He's in there in the creating the chances. Watkins didn't do that all game. He's not in that. Do you know what I mean? And this is the difference. Like I don't know at what point Emery's going to go. Like we're going to try something different and use Marlon, because you sent me that article in the Athletic last week, and and I've gone over it a couple of times in the last 7 days, and like for considering we chased Marlon for 3 years, right? And I get it. It's a bit of a headache because where does he fit in? He is more of a second striker because he's not a number 9, he's not a number 10, he's not a wide player. So you're almost it's like, we've done it once against Burnley and it worked, and maybe Emery doesn't favour that against the better teams. I don't know, but you can't ignore something like we couldn't ignore Duran, who your brother called Mega Cock yesterday, by the way, which made me howl.
What did he say?
He went, "What's that? Who's the guy who left in January? What's his name?" Like, and he went, "The Mega Cock." I went, "Oh, Duran." He was like, "Yeah." So, John Mega Cock Duran. Like that's what he's going to. When players are ultimately knocking on the door, going, "Look, I've got minutes and I'm scoring and I'm creating chances, and why am I not getting the opportunity to play?" Like, do you know what I mean? I don't understand. What's going on here? There you go.
Mate, sorry, I pressed something.
That stat, it just goes round. It circles in my head. Mate, 5 goals in 32 games now, and if it goes into, he's got 2 weeks to sort his shit out. The other thing is that Thomas Tuchel said this week with the England selection being left out, and maybe that's damaged his confidence even more, that he's injured.
An injury.
So why is he playing if he's injured?
He can't. Yeah, well, either.
So either that's bullshit, right? And it's just kind of to soften the blow on not being selected, right? Or it's true, and Emery's still using an injured player when you've got other attacking options. Now, I'm not saying they're the best options.
Interestingly, no one picked up on that. No one said it. I haven't seen anything in the media or heard anything around. Oh, Tuchel said he was injured and he's playing. No one's kind of brought that up.
So I think I need to look a bit more in depth into it, mate. We've got the international break now. I think we should do a show on Ollie and pick it apart properly, and see where it's going wrong. And because I feel so bad, right, that I'm always going on him, but I can't help it because
we need to probably get some.
No favors.
We need to look at some footage and clips from the season before last.
Yeah,
when he was on
23-24 season.
Yeah, well, because I remember last season. I think at the start of the season, I was saying part of the reason Ollie wasn't getting his goals was because Rodgers wasn't playing him in. He wasn't playing him in early enough. He was picking up the ball, he was turning, he was driving forward, and by the time he played it to Ollie, Ollie was covered. Whereas this season, that's not the case. There's a lot more reasons, and he's just, like we said, he's not doing his bread and butter well. He's just... nothing seems to come off. When it goes to him, I have absolutely zero confidence anything is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I didn't have that last season. I didn't have, and obviously the season before.
And that is obviously a confidence thing, right? Like I say, the three things I mentioned earlier, the hesitancy in his play is a problem because he's not, like you say, he's not doing the instinctive things that he has done in the past, and that's costing us. But we can't carry a player like that much longer, because if we are serious about competing in the top of the league as we can, well, we got into a great position yesterday with results going for us, move up to 6, right? You go, okay, we've just got through a really difficult period of fixtures, 4 games that were tough, right? 9 points out of 12, brilliant, right? We've now got 2 Premier League games in which we, on paper, right, should be looking to win. Leeds away, tough game because it's away, and Wolves at home. Now, Wolves are going to have the new manager bounce, but all of a sudden, if you win those 2 games, mate, you get into that December month, and if, suddenly you're not feeling that difficult patch. We could beat anyone on our day. And if we get through December, as we all know, at the end of the December fixtures, because there's lots of football to be played over the festive period, the league starts to take shape. And if we are in the top 6 at the end of December, mate, you've got to start believing, right? Yeah. So, but we're only going to be that if we're converting chances. We can't have Watkins go 40 games without scoring a goal. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like it's not good enough. You've got to change it. And if that is the case when we get to December and he's not scored, then January, I fully expect us to go in and get somebody.
It has to be. You can't get to a player that's like 38, 40 games and he's only scored 5 goals. He's only scored 1 goal this season. He's not getting assists. It's just like, well,
what are you doing?
What are you waiting for?
You can't say to me, oh, well, he works hard. Nah, mate, that's not good enough. It's not good enough. And so it's down to Ollie now. Ollie's got to fucking pull his finger out of his arse. He's got 2 months to resurrect his career. There's a lot of football to be played in November and December. He's got a great opportunity. You've got the 3 games. He's got a rest now. He's got 2 weeks to go and fucking get into training, sort himself out, right? Get his head straight.
He's not with England as well.
He's not with England.
He can sit there and drill with Emery, whatever he needs to do.
Yeah. I really hope Emery's putting his arm around him and Paco are going to take him to one side and go, look, this 2 weeks now, we're going to focus on you. We're going to get you back to a place where we can, hit the ground running against that Leeds game. And if you can get on the score sheet, it changes it. Do you know what I mean? And I'm really galvanised. I'm happy to put all the time and energy in putting your arms around him. It shouldn't have to happen. He should want it himself. But let's support him. Let's get him to where he can be. And if he gets to the end of December and he's scored another 5 goals, brilliant. It changes the outlook of our squad completely. But just at the moment, like you said, every time he gets the ball, I just don't see it. The confidence is in the toilet. He just feels like nothing's going to happen.
Never looks like he's going to score. Never, even when he's through 1-on-1, I'm kind of sitting there going, he doesn't look in control. He doesn't look like he knows what he's going to do. And then he just doesn't do the right thing, or he messes up the chance, or defender gets back, or something. He's the only player at the moment in the team that I'm looking at and going, I don't know what you're going to do here. I don't feel like anything good's going to happen.
Do you know, it frustrated me yesterday because we looked so confident yesterday going forward. Yeah. Again, it felt like...
And I was literally sitting there going, this is a game perfect. Ollie has to score. I was literally sitting there going, Ollie has to score today. We're on it. We're 2-0 up at half-time. We look like we're going... And then...
Mate, I said it, and we did a few score predictions on the way to the ground, right? I'm vlog out later after this. I'm going to edit it and put it out, right? And I said to him, I hope he changes. His look changes today, and he gets in. And at half-time, I said exactly the same. There's goals in this game. Forever's playing up front, and he just didn't happen for him again. And I couldn't. I'm struggling to understand why. In the way that we were playing yesterday, we were creating so many chances, and he just wasn't involved in it. Because I promise you, any Villa fans, please look over the footage. Go and watch Match of the Day. Go and watch the highlights. Watch the game back if you can, full, and watch his movement and the lack of it, or just hesitating going towards the ball, or even for the thing when Torres heads it back. I know the defender as well, but he's not even expecting it. You can see he's kind of almost amazed that the ball's coming to him, and he's not reacting thinking Torres could.
I think we're all thinking he's just getting him in goal, mate. I think that's probably the thing with that. I don't understand what he was thinking.
But what I'm saying is his anticipation for stuff is not there. He's hesitant in everything that he does, and it's like a cancer for a striker. You're not going to score goals if you're hesitant in what you're doing. I wouldn't have a problem if he was just trying things and they weren't coming off. Do you know what I mean? But he's getting into those positions. That's not happening at the moment. He's not even getting to scoring positions. And then Marlon comes on and within 2 minutes scores a goal and has a chance to score. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so you can't say, like you said, it's not the fact that service isn't there, because the way we played yesterday, we were getting into that final third in between the lines and creating chances, mate. And it was there and it just didn't happen for him. So something is inherently wrong with him at the moment, and we've got an international break to try and fix it for me, because come January, like I say, I think we need to be looking elsewhere.
Yeah.
Come at me in the comments for that one, you bastards.
Yeah, go on then. As always, guys, if you've liked this episode, do give it a thumbs up. If you could give it a hype as well, I think everyone's hypes get refreshed today. That'd be wonderful. If you are new here, please subscribe. If you managed to make it to 46 minutes, I'll be very surprised if you have. But you never know. We always forget to do this at the start. Anyway, Gary, answer to the question. So,
yes.
Give us your best guess, Gary. What is the last time that Villa won 4-0 before that?
Was it Wolves at home in the Championship?
No. It's closer to home than that, mate. It was in October of 2022.
Oh, it's Blues.
No. When I say close, as in it's more recent.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's 2022, October 2022 at Villa Park. I'll give you a little clue. Bzzz.
Oh, Brentford. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brentford.
we smashed Brentford 4-0. That was with what's his face? The interim manager, wasn't it? God, what was his name? Because we beat Brentford 4-0, and then we went to Newcastle the week later and lost 4-0, and then Emery started. And then we played Man United.
Yeah, it was after Gerrard, wasn't it? What's his face? Oh God, I forgot. Let us know in the comments. Maybe that's a quiz question for next time. Right. Anyway, Gary, final thoughts and then sing us out, mate.
Mate, final thoughts is this. Absolutely buzzing today. I'm looking forward to getting my match flag out so you guys can see. It'll be on TikTok because it's shot in portrait mode. But just fantastic performance, mate. I know we've criticised little things, but I think that has to be done in terms of Torres' position and Watkins. But from start to finish yesterday, I thought it was superb. And I really enjoyed the game. And I hope that is us turning the corner, and that we come back after the international break, focus on those 3 games with Leeds, Young Boys and Wolves, and get a maximum 9 points, 3 in the Europa League, 2 in the Premier League, to go into a tough December, and I think we can go into that month feeling confident then. And actually, like I said, we get to that end of the month and we're in the top 6. Who knows what we can achieve this season? Yeah, exactly. And Emery we trust, mate, because that performance yesterday, if we can do that consistently, we are going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, agree. So they're probably. I don't know if we will do another episode this week. We might have a break until next Monday, and then we might do that video around Watkins and a bit of analysis on exactly what's going on there. So we might do something later this week. If not, we'll be back next Monday. And then obviously there's Leeds next weekend.
Leeds.
I can't stand Leeds. Anyway, can't stand them. I just can't stand Leeds. We should be doing an opposition preview some point next week. For that, we'll get one of the panelists on to do a preview. And cool. Gary, sing us out, mate.
As always, mate, have a great day. And every week we follow the boys in claret and blue.
See ya.